made radio contact with him yet?
The radio is still dead.
Do you have a positive track on him?
Yes, I have a good track.
Do you know what happened?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
Open the pod
There
door
is
now.
perhaps no greater source of imagination than outer space. That being said, there is arguably no greater inspiration for science fiction movies, TV shows, and books than what lies beyond planet Earth. In the world of sci-fi cinema, there are legends like Star Wars and Star Trek, and then there are those who could only imitate them. Regardless, the intention is the same across the board, to realize the dream of seeing what lies beyond our reach. No matter the genre, outer space and its many different planets can lead to a great story with fascinating characters. You don't have to be confined to Earth to tell a brilliant story, and for that reason we're counting down our top 10 movies set on another planet. How much do you know about movies? Let's test your knowledge with a quick trivia question. What was the first science fiction film to be nominated for an Oscar award? Was it Star Wars, Alien, or 2001: A Space Odyssey? If you want to know the answer, stay with us, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell. Let's get started. Number 10. Moon. Although it went unnoticed and was quickly forgotten, Duncan Jones created a masterpiece where both reality and fantasy are put to the test. Here, an astronaut has been living a lonely existence on the moon, accompanied only by a robot. Then suddenly he gets a visitor, a clone of himself. However, not everything is what it seems, and he must unravel the mystery before his time on the moon comes to an end. Number 9. Interstellar. This Christopher Nolan classic serves two purposes. First, it dazzles audiences with a gripping narrative and outstanding visual effects. Second, it delivers an emotional gut punch like few other films can. Matthew McConaughey stars as an explorer who sacrifices everything to search for a new planet for the human race to inhabit after Earth has become unlivable. It's worth noting that Interstellar is also a great lesson on black holes and the theory of relativity. Number 8. Prometheus. This prequel to the Alien franchise follows a crew who travels to a distant world to discover the origins of humanity. What they find will not only threaten their home planet, but put them to the test both physically and mentally. While it may not have achieved its desired success at the box office, it did add a new layer to an already legendary franchise. Number 7. Total Recall. Taking a trip to the future, Total Recall shows us humans living on Mars in 2084. Then Doug Quaid, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, meets a member of the Resistance of Mars after discovering a network of corruption and conspiracy. The film spawned a novelization, a TV series, and a reboot in 2012, which was met with mixed reviews. Number 6. The Martian. The Martian follows a familiar trend in Matt Damon's filmography: bring him home. Director Ridley Scott tells the story of an astronaut who becomes stranded on Mars for years, having to survive using only his intellect and resolve. What follows is a riveting rescue story that picked up dozens of awards and nominations. Number 5. Sunshine. What do you think would happen if the sun disappeared? Well, it wouldn't be good. At all. That's what happens in Danny Boyle's Sunshine. To save the sun, and subsequently, planet Earth, a space crew hatches an elaborate plan to save our very own star. But this is a movie set in space, so of course there's going to be trouble for our protagonists. Number 4. The Star Wars Saga. George Lucas's greatest creation needs no introduction. After making its debut in the 70s, Star Wars set the standard for sci-fi and special effects, combining action, drama, and occasionally little bits of horror. Decades after A New Hope hit theaters, Star Wars isn't just a movie franchise, it's a culture. One of its defining traits has been the introduction of dozens of different planets, from vast desert worlds to sprawling city planets, and even forest moons with tribes of teddy bear warriors called Ewoks. Number 3. Alien. If only they left the ship alone, then no one would have died horribly. In Ridley Scott's calling card film, a space crew investigates an abandoned vessel containing a monster beyond their worst nightmares, the Xenomorph. There isn't much humanity to be found when we meet the infamous chestburster for the first time. This movie gives a whole new meaning to claustrophobia, suspense, and sheer terror. Number 2. Avatar. There will perhaps never be another movie like James Cameron's Avatar. Set on the moon of Pandora, human explorers come across the Na'vi tribe and learn to live among them through their Avatar program. It's not only a visually stunning film with memorable characters, it's also a stark reminder of the consequences of colonialism. Plus, you can thank Avatar for causing every single action film these days to be released in 3D. Want to know the answer to our trivia? Let's take a look before we get to number 1. What was the first science fiction film to be nominated for an Oscar? Was it Star Wars, Alien, or 2001: A Space Odyssey? The answer is Star Wars. The force was strong with A New Hope, which picked up a nomination for the Oscar for Best Picture. Did you guess the answer? Let us know in the comments below. Now let's get back to our countdown. Our number 1 movie set on another planet is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Known for being one of the best science fiction films in history, 2001: A Space Odyssey shows the diverse periods of human history, not only of the past but also of the future. Here we see striking spaceships, artificial intelligence, and a riveting score. Even before Star Wars became the measuring stick of the sci-fi genre, Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece introduced several themes that we still see in movies today. We're almost done, but before we go, here are some highlights from some other great otherworldly films.
Captain to crew, stand by to reverse polarity. Standard Class A security will be maintained upon landing. And until further notice, all hands will wear sidearms. That is all.
Mysterious, but good. Usually very good. Things get solved, so that's my plan. And what do you think?
I'll have to think about that.
Man down! Man down! Explorer's been hit.
That's all for our Top 10 Countdown. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a like. We publish videos several times a week, so ring that bell to be notified when we post new content.